Hey there, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on with your monthly astrological forecast for March 2022. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, I also put out monthly tarot card forecasts, which I always put up the last week of the month, so stay tuned for that. And you can always find those under a playlist of their very own on my main channel page. If you are a YouTube member supporter or a Patreon supporter, remember you also have your weekly tarot forecasts that come out every Saturday. And if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or just follow the links in the down bar below. And I also have links in the down bar below with instructions for everything I just said. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know I appreciate it. And of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. So, what's going on when it comes to the month of March? March is going to be one of the busiest months, most enterprising months, and most dynamic and kinetic months we've had in a while. And that is because we are seeing a lot more planetary activity activating multiple areas of the zodiac in a way that's more diverse than we've been used to in recent months. And so we're all going to be needing to be ready. This is actually going to be very beneficial, right? Because we are getting a lot more activity, a lot more shift, a lot more change. But we are going to want to make sure that we can think on our feet, that we can learn on our feet, and that we are ready to turn on a dime for some blessings that are coming through. Very busy. Try to find some extra hours in the day. This all starts on the 2nd of the month with a new moon in your sign. And this is opening up a window period from the 2nd through the 17th for the seeding of a new cycle, the seeding of new beginnings, or some kind of new manifestation you would like to bring forth into being within the next 90 days. And with a new moon in our sign, it's important to understand that this is your once a year birthday new moon. This is something that you can, of course, plant the seed for anything with. Anything that you are trying to bring forth into being that you would like to at least begin, if not complete, physicalizing within the next 3 months, maximum 6 months, but more often than not it's 3 months. And that has to do with the fact that this new moon window period, whatever seed you get planted, is going to be a wish that is granted. That was not intended to rhyme, but hey. And so what do you want to do? You know, are you looking to make a physical move? Are you looking to start a new job? Are you looking to maybe go into business for yourself? Do you want to get into a new romantic relationship? Are you trying to do something different with your health? Go back to school? Shift something when it comes to maybe your spiritual or artistic path or practice? The sky's the limit when a new moon is in your sign. So make sure you, of course, apply your agency and free will. Yes, that's a part of astrology, and make it so. We also have Venus and Mars walking hand in hand into Aquarius on the 6th, where they will remain for the duration of March and a few weeks into April. Now, Aquarius is your 12th house of your past, privacy, hidden zone, anything to do with unfinished business or information, projects, or pursuits that are going on behind the scenes or that are being kept out of the public eye. With Venus in the 12th house, bringing the energy of favor, popularity, love, and affection, this is going to be a time where a lot of you who may have something that you've been trying to grow or nurture in secret, right? This could be, of course, a craft, a project, a private pursuit, a passion project, starting to get a lot more support from the world around you. Venus in the 12th house can actually bring in a great deal of investment into something that we treasure, that we may keep behind closed doors. And with Venus here as well, you may be finding that this is also an opportunity for you to reconnect or reclaim a lot of assets or opportunities, or maybe even relationship opportunities from your past that never really got a chance to come forth into being. Now, when I say this, I also want to remind folks that, you know, this may not necessarily have to do with, say, like, if you are single or available, this might not necessarily have to do with like an ex or someone you've been with before. This could be something that just never got started, never got to happen in this life. And this is going to be a time where a lot of that could be, you know, felt out. Let's leave it at that. For those of you who are currently coupled or in committed relationships, this is an opportunity to revive an era in your romantic past together, bringing back some kind of aspiration, or maybe bringing back something that you used to do, a way you used to bond, a way you used to connect and socialize that has been missing in recent months or in recent years, and recharging that element of our relationship as well. We also have Mars in this 12th house, the planet of action, passion, energy, and obstacle clearing, putting a lot of work into clearing out the house, clearing out the closet, clearing out one's space, because Mars in the 12th house is all about removing and dissipating unfinished business, old business, things that we may have still on our backs right now, or even dealing with legacies or stories or narratives from our past, whether it has to do with a professional past, a social past, relationship past, maybe even going back to legacies and stories and narratives that have run in the family. With Mars in the 12th house, it's all about cleaning things up, right? Clearing our slate. There could be some issues that sometimes come up with this because Mars in the 12th house can also stir the pot, so to speak, just to make sure that things are easier to move, things are easier to actually get going and get cleared, and there may be some conflict every once in a while, especially when things that have been maybe left alone for far too long in terms of beyond what is reasonable could actually, spark some reactivity in other people, or maybe with whatever the situation is. But this is going to be supported so that you can, of course, be done with it as well. So we're going to be clearing a lot of old business, a lot of stuff that's just been left idle. Could be controversial at times. Sometimes it's not. You also have help with this. Mars in the 12th house. You do actually have a lot of maybe backup coming your way, either from friends who you allow to work with you behind the scenes, or maybe allies from your past also showing up to help you take care of this business, and you just want to lean in. We also have Mercury entering your sign on the 9th, where Mercury will be from the 9th through the 28th. So Mercury in your first house, the planet of communications, haste, and productivity. This is a time where a lot of you Piscean people are going to get a chance to apply the wild card blessing of Mercury to things in your life that have been going a bit too slow for your tastes. Is there something that could complete or finish faster, if not for the dragging of feet? What is it that has been maybe left collecting dust? What is not progressing fast enough? Where do we need to see how we can redistribute ourselves, our funds, or our resources to not only be more fair with all involved, but maybe to also withdraw ourselves from situations that are slowing us up, right? Where can we pull up anchor? Mercury in the first house is also a great time for those of you that would like to speed up any kind of endeavors that have grown sluggish in recent history, and also maybe extricate yourself from things that you have been stuck in that have been maybe going too slow for you, that have been holding you back, whether it's entire groups, maybe it's a professional affiliation, maybe it's something going on in a circumstance with your health. There's a lot of opportunities here for a bit of personal liberation, especially between the 9th and the 28th. We've also got the sun here through the 20th of the month, so we bring attention, enhancement, and support to you. You're making a much bigger name for yourself. In fact, a lot of you Piscean people may need to be ready. You're going to be attracting not only a lot more attention to yourself, but a lot more support. People are going to be wanting to get more involved. You're going to be needing to be okay with more hands on deck. Sure, you can control how many hands show up in the first place, but with the enhancement quality that comes with the sun, be ready to see where a lot of standards are getting raised in terms of your quality of life. Be ready to see where people are actually able to carry your intentions as well as your own aspirations farther than maybe what you've been used to working with in the past. And you're also going to be noticing a lot more generosity coming your way from those that are working to back you. If you have been looking for backing in whatever way, whether you are looking to maybe get backing for a big to-do or a big adventure you want to go on, maybe you are looking to generate interest in you or what you are bringing to the table, the sun in Pisces is helping you do that. After the 20th, we've got the sun moving into Aries, your second house of earned income and employment, your values and your valuables, where the sun will remain through the third week of April. And after the 28th of this month, Mercury will be in there as well. With the sun and Mercury both in your earned income sector, you're going to be noticing that you are able to actually generate a lot more money for yourself a lot more quickly with a lot more control of your labor. Because the sun is bringing, of course, that attention, enhancement, and support, more value to what you're putting out there. You're getting recognized for your talents and abilities, and you are getting better compensated for them. Mercury is going to be, of course, speeding up the productivity and the ease with which we accomplish these tasks. And a lot of transactions and transitions are going to be getting underway that have been a long time coming. In fact, with a lot of this month, a lot of you Piscean people are getting a chance to get back on track with a lot of roads and a lot of ambitions that maybe we have not had a chance to work with, or even things that we may have lost track of or lost connection with prior to 2014. And so there's also this clearing of the past or clearing of old stories in this as well. For some of you, it's prior to 2014. For some of you, it's prior to 2008. But a lot of you are getting a chance to not only get back into alignment with that, but also see a lot of, again, wealth, abundance, and security come along to incentivize and secure that. Finally, we've got a full moon in Virgo on the 18th. Which is setting up our final 2-week cycle of the month. So essentially running from the 18th to the end of the month. Now, a full moon in Virgo is a full moon that is occurring in your 7th house of closest one-on-one connections, right? Virgo rules that partnership sector. So it's your alliances, it's your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, roommate, all the people you have your closest one-on-one connections with. And with a full moon in the 7th house, there is a culmination and transition marker that is occurring here. This is about turning over a big page and commencing with a completely new journey with somebody. With a full moon here, this is a reevaluation of the terms of many of these close one-on-one connections and commitments in order to actually set us all up on different roads. For a lot of you who are maybe dating or seeing somebody, but you're not quite official yet, this full moon could absolutely bring a lot of you to a space where you do become official. A lot of you may be finding that certain friendships are graduating to BFF level. A lot of you may be even getting into a space where this full moon is ending old connections or old attachments that have been preventing you from being able to step into the alliance or collaboration or business partnership you want. And a lot of you may be finding that this is also going to be a time where a story that you've been living with a close one-on-one connection that has gone on for too long is coming to an end. Again, very much liberating everyone involved to finally chase something that is a better fit for them. And you and your partner, and you and your ally, you and your whoever are now free to pursue it without the shadow of the past. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.